Welcome to my first YouTube video with Scratch. Today we are going to animate the fighting stance of Lui Kang from Mortal Kombat. Firstly, let's head over to the Choose a Sprite button and select Paint from the pop-up. An empty sprite is added. Let's now delete the previous sprite loaded from default as seen. Let's select Upload Costume from the pop-up after hovering over the Choose a Costume button. I will go ahead and choose my needed sprites. The link to these resources used will be commented below. Once my sprites are loaded, I will delete the first empty costume. Now let's code. Head over to Events and click and drag the when green flag clicked block onto the script area. Head over to looks and do same for the next costume block. Now fix it into the code. Also, let's apply a wait block of 0.1 seconds so we can follow the transition of costumes. Now that we can change the costume with the code available, let's add a repeat block from the control section. And set the amount of transitions or repetitions to 8. The block represents the transition from the first costume as loaded 1 to costume 9. Now adding a forever block will repeat these transition of just one range of motion. That's from costume 1 to costume 9. Well done. Pause the video. Let's take a break. Now let's code the backward motion that's from costume 9 through to costume 1. We will use the when space button is pressed temporarily to achieve this feature. After dragging the required block as shown, let's attach a switch to costume 9 code from the looks section as we are now transitioned from 9 to 1. The catch here is instead of switching through from costume 9 to 1 through various lines of switch codes, we represent the variable 9 with a variable named stance. And as we are repeating through a single block of code, we change the value of stance by -1. Let's create a variable stance from the variable section. Now click and drag set my variable to 0 onto the code area and attach it to the when space key pressed event block. Now let's change 0 to 9. That's the number of the last costume. Also, we need the change my variable block to append it to the switch my costume block. Let's include the above code into a repeat block. Always remember to include a wait time control to be able to follow transition. I will change the repeat variable from 10 to 9, that's the number of returns it should make from 9 to 1. Let's include our stance variable in the code as seen, and trigger the event with the space key. Now we will include the new backwards range block of code into our previous forward motion to form a complete set of forward and backward motions. Well done. Now reflect on your codes and leave questions in the comment section. Don't hesitate to comment or reach out for further assistance. Also, subscribe to this channel and get notified on updates.